Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is the third Ant-Man film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the 31st overall, and it is the start of the Phase 5 multiverse saga. Phase 4 we got done with, that's great. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was the final film in Phase 4. Phase 5 is Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Now, Scott Lang has become a very successful writer and author, and he is living happy with his girlfriend Hope, who is more so a philanthropist and doing her own thing, and his daughter Cassie is in and out of jail for doing certain things, but she does things to help other people. Cassie, in a way, kind of makes a beacon or a signal to the quantum realm, and Michelle Pfeiffer's character is really prominent in this as Janet, because the trailers and the story and the whole lead up to this didn't say how or who was going to be the focal point. Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Janet, is the focal point, as is Michael Douglas, and they are really front and center. And you can tell that Hope and Scott, and in a way kind of Cassie, take a back seat. But the reason Michelle Pfeiffer's character is front and center is because she kind of, helped someone in the quantum realm, and that's how the movie starts off. She helped kind of Jonathan Major's character of Kang, in a way, kind of get the core going for his spaceship. We do find out what that is and what that does and how that works for Kang. And everyone in the quantum realm, or everything in the quantum realm, is very different than what you see. There's quantum people in the quantum realm, but they're different. They're like humans, half human, half animals, and they're even organisms in the quantum realm. The set design, the aspect of the CGI, is probably one of the best and the most pristine and clean that I've ever seen in a very long time in a Marvel movie. Probably the best since Thor Love and Thunder, and that was pretty bad CGI. CGI in this was really good. Seeing the whole realm of how everything works in the quantum realm, is fantastic. The aspect of the comedy is there. It's good, it's great, it's simple. It's what kind of the whole Paul Rudd aspect is of Ant-Man. He's been doing that in every single Marvel movie, and it works. But it falls flat a little bit when there's a serious moment, and then there's a comedic moment after, maybe like 2 seconds later. Let that dramatic moment sink in for a little bit, and then we can move forward. Now, whenever Jonathan Majors is on screen as Kang the Conqueror, or how they call him by him, or he wants to see you, you don't speak his name, or they just call him the Conqueror. The first time it's uttered, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Janet, utters Kang. We know the backstory. We get a little backstory of who this character is. We saw the character in Loki Season 1. That character Jonathan Major plays told us there's different variants in the multiverse and what it is. Well, this is one of those variants. How brutal and ruthless it is? Well, we got to see that in this movie. Kang doesn't hold back, and you could say this is the new big baddie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the reason I say that is because Thanos had a method. But now Kang also has a reason to take over different worlds, multiverses, and he actually explains why he does it. And not only that, you know for sure that there are different variants out there, and how many times can this happen, and how many times will this happen? Jonathan Major's character as Kang is really ruthless in a way. He doesn't care. He only cares about himself. And that's what makes it actually fun to see a villain like this come into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Phase 4, 5, and 6 is the multiverse saga. We're going to get a lot of Kang the Conqueror, even in the TV shows for that matter. Now, when we do see Kang explain things, the costume is great, comic book accurate, even with the helmet and how he speaks in a little manner, but then, raises his voice when he needs to. Fantastic. There are some moments where it did feel like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie with the other, subpart characters to the side that kind of, Scott, Hope, and Cassie help in the kind of way where it's their own world and Kang just came in and just took over everything. It kind of has that moment to it. Now, Corey Stoll, who you may know as Darren from the first Ant-Man movie, is in this movie as MODOK. Yes, Corey Stoll as Darren Cross is MODOK. Quick backstory of what happened to him, how his head became MODOK, and how Kang created him. MODOK is a big villain also in the Marvel Comics, but he was put back aside and made one of those sub-characters that Marvel is known to do with its secondary villains. You have a big villain, then you have that secondary villain. Well, that's what Marvel did with MODOK. MODOK is supposed to be menacing and different, and he was, when he had the helmet on, the voice was great, the look was great. But when the helmet came off and you just see Darren's face, Corey Stoll, like, it was like, wow, that's a little bit uneasy and creepy. The character of MODOK is supposed to be uneasy and creepy, and that's what this character is. A lot of people are like, oh, the CGI was bad, it was horrible. What are you talking about? Put that aside. Look at the character of who MODOK is. It was a good character, but it was underutilized to a point where it could have been done so much better. And seeing how Corey Stoll's character of Darren is from the first Ant-Man movie, the villain in that one, now he comes back in this one, is good because it closes everything out. Marvel is not following the comics at all, and we know that, and you should have known that when this entire cinematic universe started in 2008 with Iron Man. Like, if you want them to be accurate with the comics, then okay, read the comics. But if you know that you're going into this and you're knowing that it's going to be different, then you're going to enjoy a fun movie. Now, Bill Murray as Lloyd Kylar is really good. He is kind of the governor or the head political person of a area, and he has a backstory and has a history with Janet, and everyone knows Janet because she was in there for 30 years. Bill Murray's character is really good. It's much more centered and focused. Seeing him share the screen with Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas was great. Very short, quick character, maybe on screen for maybe close to 8 to 10 minutes, and that's it. But it moves the story along. And you could tell, like, the inspiration for Kang the Conqueror is kind of like Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, and Julius Caesar, but it just makes sense. This was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. The movie runs about 124 minutes, so over 2 hours long, but it's worth it. Some parts did drag out, but the focus is on Cassie because we know that she's going to be an Avenger. And what's going to happen with Hope and Scott now? And will there be repercussions? Because there will be repercussions in the multiverse. And you might say, like, oh my God, Kang was misused or underutilized. No, he wasn't. We know the presence of this character. We know there are many hundreds of variants out there. That's been established. So if you get upset that something happened to Kang, well, just remember, there's so many more out there, and we don't know which one we're going to see in the following subsequent movies or TV shows that we're getting. This is a fun movie from start to finish. Go enjoy it. A great way to start Marvel Phase 5, and I'm curious to see where they go. And there are post-credit scenes. I don't want to say post-credit, but there is a mid-credit scene, which is very important, and there's a big post-credit scene that is also very important, which leads into something else. For me, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you like this entry of the Ant-Man story? Was the first, second, or is this one your favorite? Which villain is your favorite? Do you think that Kang was established really well in this movie? And where do you see things going and happening from here? Did you like the character of MODOK? Or did you not like the character of MODOK? And did you like that other characters more front and center than you actually thought they would be? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And also let me know what rating you would give Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next review video, and thank you for tuning in.